Grand Rising, how we doing? Peace, Queen. Long time. How's things going? Grand Rising, everybody. Brother Tim, what's going on? Miss Darkness, which is on IG. I believe you my real estate buddy. Definitely, definitely, definitely. How's everybody doing? I know it's early. I know it's early out there. I did want to go live, try to, cover a couple of things. Um, Especially price action right now where we're at. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, We see Bitcoin had a nice pullback, expected. Come on, we rallied four, five, $6,000, and no profit taker really. It was bound to happen. That's one reason I push the importance of stop limits, stop losses, or just plainly taking profit when you have it, and not getting too high off the euphoria of price action just continuously going up with no in sight. You know what I mean? It's honestly not even realistic to think in such a way and think that it's just going to continue to, reward you for absolutely no work put in. 2018 was a hard year for anybody that was here. 2018 was a hard year for anybody that was really, really in the trenches with me. That bear wasn't nothing nice. A lot of people got left hanging with the bag in 2018 from individuals they were following from 2017 when everything was just going up in price. Where nobody could do any wrong, nobody could make a wrong call back then. Cuddy, what's the word? What's the demo? Drawn. Peace, Miss Brown. How we doing, Miss Kathy? Miss Dale, thank you for all the love y'all giving right now. But yeah, 2018 wasn't nothing nice. Now Bitcoin's back above 10,000, 11,000. We've hit close to 14,000. I've told individuals to buy when it was 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I mean, we started off in January at $3,100, if I'm not mistaken. We've more than quadrupled that. Yep, more than quadrupled that within the last couple of months. You know what I mean? Barely with half the year coming in. Summertime just now hitting, and individuals have seen increases of 2, 3, 4, 500% to their portfolios. Some individuals don't even know this is going on. That's the sad part about it. All this money being made over in this space and people walking around dumb to the facts. Funny to me. But those that are here, those that are taking advantage right now, y'all already know what time it is. We the early adopters, we the pioneers. Um, Facts is with tomorrow's millionaires and billionaires, nah, trillionaires. The first trillionaire is going to be a cryptocurrency. In fact, if it's not already, if I'm not mistaken, they may have said, let me see, I might be wrong. Let me make sure I could be heard clearly before we get things started off. I got a surprise for individuals to do today. Excuse me. Got a surprise today, surprise interview. Hold on. If you can, also please aid and assist me in sharing this out. Share this out. If you can, please share this out with individuals. IG, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you feel cool sharing it out at. Hey, 2018 was nothing nice, was it? 2018 wasn't nothing nice, and a lot of people left. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people that was being followed, that was paying people money to, direct them and what to do and the bear, and people just cut out on individuals. You know what I'm saying? Or just told them to hodl. That's one of the biggest mistakes and one of the biggest lies or misdirections that I think in this space from those times was the push for individuals to just hodl or just stick it out, just hodl, keep buying, but hodl. Come on, man, that was bullshit. That was people not knowing what to do, still wanting to suck your money up out of you and promising you that the thing is going to turn around. Well, you had a whole year of, I'm pretty sure, a lot of individuals selling at a huge loss. I'm pretty sure we had a whole year of a lot of individuals selling at a huge loss. Unless you were following the bully and paying attention to the tidbits and the nuggets that I was giving away. You understand what I mean? Now, if you follow the bully, you might be all right. If you follow somebody that was more popularized over the most qualified, then you might be kind of wrong. But nonetheless, let me get this shared out real quick. Let me get the podcast up and started. Damn, you know what? It's gonna be hard to do. Let me see. Let's find some stories. Also, I actually didn't have a time to really spin through and find any stories for today, so we're gonna do a live right now. One thing I do want to go take a look at is the charts on Bitcoin. Actually, I want to show y'all the charts on the CME futures real quick, as they are trading right now. Well, last I checked, they was trading above $12,000. So, you can sort of watch CMEs and see what their price movement is. With expectations that Bitcoin itself is going to mimic that and follow that. So let's take a look at the CME futures. Right now, trading at 12,380. Very nice. Actually, right now, getting if you can see, resisted by the 50% retracement level, fib retracement. Open this up. So this is CME futures swing high to swing low. Now you can see the futures hit a high of about 14,000. What we got here? 14,170 on the highs. That's what the futures, 14,170 on the highs. And then on the recent pullback, what do we have? 10,570. 10,570 on the pullback side. And right now we've rallied since that pullback. I mean, you could have entered even after breaking the 236. And right now you'd be up about 8% within the last couple of hours. You know what I mean? Now, CME futures do open and close, unlike traditional markets. That's where you get these gaps at. And surprisingly enough, if we look, it came back down and retested this gap from earlier, from back in, when is this? Let me slide this out the way real quick. In fact, let me get my buy and my sell. We can actually put you up here. And then slide my toolkit, tool belt down here. There we go. So we can see it came back down to refill this gap that was created on the 23rd of June, which we still have a lower gap level of about 9,900 that we could possibly come back and retest if we could. If this is, let's see. Let me see something here. In fact, you know what I'm test out? Let's see. Try to figure out which one holds true. Remember, this is just Bitcoin CME futures. This is not Bitcoin. These are the futures for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So let's go take a look at Bitcoin real quick. There we go. So there we have Bitcoin on versus the US dollar on the Bitstamp exchange market. We're going to come back and take a look at that. Let me see. Let me get a couple of things started off. Like I said, we got a surprise interview today. If I can get all the equipment working correctly, give me 1 second. If I can get all this equipment working correctly, we can get this interview on. I want to be able to have it. Leo rising by 2% right now. Beautiful. Trump administration in talks with crypto startup on Israel-Palestine peace plans. Interesting. That's probably going to be the first story we start off with. Let's see. I want to be Netflix 75 on Ethereum. Then Dish Crypto. Goldman Sachs CEO hints bank might launch JPM coin like crypto. Bitcoin heading for fifth month of gains despite price correction. Binance talking to Facebook about Libra listing becoming node. That's going to make Facebook super bullish. Irish crypto exchange BitSane may have disappeared with users' funds. Got to be careful. Wild, wild west out here. Got to understand that still. We do have longs being liquidated right now at 11,700. T0 launches second digital security to trade. Ethereum co-founder Polkadot closes token. Grin developers agree to alter technical development roadmap. Yeah, I want to check out this. We're gonna see what the Trump administration is talking about as far as this crypto startup. Binance discuss Iran Bitcoin. Hmm. In fact, you know what? No, I'm still gonna find a story for this side, but I want to cover another story about certain things that are going on with the U.S. dollar right now. Specifically, Zimbabwe outlawing or banning the use of the United States dollar. Let me see. Ethereum Classic that's building a chain hopping bridge between ETH and ETC. That could be nice news, though a bit advanced for individuals that are not familiar with the cryptocurrency. Here we go. Mike Novogratz. Bitcoin will stabilize between 10 and 14,000. Now, this was released 14 hours ago, 15 hours ago. So that means you got a trading range of about $4,000. That's beautiful. That's very, very, very nice gains that could be made trading the tops, the highs, support resistance, especially for those that do any type of retracement. Any type of retracement trading like myself. Excuse me. Okay, let me try to get this. Let me see, because I got to be able to record on one of these devices as far as the podcast goes, and then still utilize the other one for speaking measures. Let's see. What time is it? About 7:17. Let me see who all we got checking in with us. Also, you know what? Hold on. Let's just check the news on the U.S. dollar. Sometimes it's smart to just Google things. Dollar, little change as traders await. U.S. dollar recovery may be short-lived. Euro set for biggest monthly gains in 17 months since price data. So the euro's actually at Euro been going up, dollar been going down. There we go. The rupee rebounds against the U.S. dollar. Gold prices gain momentum to the upside. U.S. dollar near flat ahead of Trump meeting. Trump wants a weaker U.S. dollar. Huh. U.S. dollar running into resistance. U.S. dollar drops slightly. Zimbabwe outlaws use of U.S. dollar and other foreign currencies. If you don't buy the U.S. dollar, then what do you do? Y'all see how they're speaking on the U.S. dollar like it's not money, how they propose it to be, or trick you into thinking that it is more so an instrument, an asset that has a monetary value to it that can be traded against other currencies or other forms of value, meaning it increases and loses in value itself. So while you're thinking you got a dollar in your pocket, your dollar's not worth a dollar. These are some of the things that I like individuals, coming on my page to be knowledgeable about. Not so much how to get money, but an understanding and understanding of what money actually is. Because a lot of us running around with a bunch of Federal Reserve notes, i.e., debt notes in our pocket, and don't even understand the very currency that we're using. And when you really come into being surrounded with individuals, not a bunch of paper dollars, actual wealth, and you think that you holding a lot of, or being able to control a lot of, but not having the full understanding of the instruments in which you're using. Lo and behold, they laughing behind your back. So I don't care how much money you flash, jewelry, all that shit you can show them. Yeah, you're able to accumulate a lot of the paper rectangles, but you don't truly know what to do with them. You understand what I mean? So let's see. I guess we can start off. Wait, let me see one more thing. Let me see what Forbes has to tell us. Let's see what Forbes has to tell us real quick. If we got any stories coming in from Forbes. Let me know if I'm choppy. Let me know if I'm choppy. Let me know if the screen is clear. I know we're ready to go. All 11,000 set up. Hit the news. I'm trying to wait. Finish load. Finish load. No, pretty short read. Okay, so are we logged into the correct account? Let me make sure. Bitcoin's price takes a wild round trip. That's fortune. Bitcoin wipes out as swiftly as it came. That gain almost as swiftly as it. This is bullshit. So let me show you how to bullshit, complete garbage stories. Bitcoin just went from 3,000 to about $14,000, above $11,000. What massive gains away from? We still above 10,000 easy. This is the type of FUD they throw to people that don't know a damn thing about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. Let's see. Bitcoin plunges. It's a pullback. Like this should be so funny to me, man. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin real quick. So that's a plunge. Hold on. Hold on. Let's take a look. Daily, monthly. So all that upside right there. They're saying that is a plunge. That wick. We got a nasty looking wick, but still, come on, man. 268% in the last 189 days, and they're talking about Bitcoin plunged. Hold on, let's see. Let's see what the plunge was. 15%. That's what they throw to people that don't know anything. That just look at the news for their source of information and what's going on in the space. You understand what I mean? You got to be real careful where you get your information from, family. You got to be real careful where you get your information from. You might be getting. You might be. Let me see. Let me know if I'm choppy still. I see somebody said I was choppy. Grand Rising, everybody. What's going on, brother Michael, brother Boogie? What do you think is the best mining protocol? For any type of mining questions, I would suggest you check out Joshua Coleman. He's the Bitcoin mining god. He got all the answers for that space. I'm a trader and investor. I'm not a miner. So and I don't share. I don't even try to answer questions that I know I can't answer. If I don't know it, I just I don't know. Let's see. Grand Rising, everybody that's tuning in right now. There goes Brother Duncan. Hey, I got you right now. Let me run through a couple of stories. I'm setting up the podcast. I had to get another device in order to speak to you, as well as continue to record the podcast. I'm gonna have you call in a minute. We are having Brother Duncan on the line come in today. We are having Brother Duncan come in on Bitcoin right now, shooting up back $11,830 at current price. Miss Tammy, Miss Crystal, Brother Duncan, Brother Joseph, Brother Oates, Brother Jamar, Miss Kazi, Miss Mac, Brother Polo, Grand Rising, everybody that's tuning in right now. Family, if y'all can, please help and assist me in sharing this out real quick. Please help and assist me in sharing this out. Let me get it and share it out myself. Let me get it and share it out myself real quick so that people do know I'm live. And the majority is going to check in on, of course, let me see, YouTube. So really, let me just snatch the YouTube look up. Let me share this off on Instagram real quick. Let me share this off on Instagram, then we're going to take off. That's all I'm putting live right now. That's all they need to know. Okay, let me get this going. New episode. Let me get our guest speaker on the line real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get him on the line. See if I can get him on the line.
Yes, sir.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, brother?
All is well, man.
Mr. D Duncan, how are we doing?
I'm good.
Family, for those listening in, if you can, let me know if Brother D Duncan can be heard through the speakers. Let me know if y'all can hear him. Go ahead and give him a little mic check real quick, Brother Duncan. Family, if y'all can, please let me know if he can be heard. Let me know if he can be heard. Let me know what the vocals is like. Let me know if you can hear Brother D Duncan.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, everyone.
Let me see. Are you listening in yourself? Can you hear yourself? Trading wallets and trustworthy platforms. Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet's number one, first and foremost. Trust Wallet. I wouldn't even go. I mean, I'll start off with the Trust Wallet. Platforms, KuCoin, DragonX. Binance was cool, though. They are kicking out individuals from the US. Oh, yeah, yeah. You can hear you clearly. You can hear you clearly. Yeah, you can hear you clearly. Perfect, perfect. Let me get this podcast started off. We're going to start off with a couple of stories. Family, for those of you that don't know, I do have the U.S. ambassadors, what I'm going to call them. Are you an ambassador now? We got the top U.S. representative of Pundi X, which is the company that has created the first X. Well, yeah, I'm gonna call it the first blockchain phone first and foremost. Secondly, the XPOS system, which allows merchants and vendors to accept, sell. Can you buy crypto? No, you can't purchase cryptocurrency though, can you? Only what? Okay, so with the XPOS system, what you're able to do is accept cryptocurrency and fiat for goods and services, sell cryptocurrency for fiat, as well as what Mr. Duncan has now brought me into the light on is buy cryptocurrency, all with the XPOS system. For those that are checking in from the Windy City, Chi-Town, if you are familiar with Kenny, Mr. Kenny, Kenny's Ribs, Dusty's located on Route 30 off of Governor's Highway, which is east of I-57 and Lincoln Highway. You can actually utilize cryptocurrency to pay for a nice plate of soul food. You know, get your yams, your macaroni and cheese, your chicken, your turkey, and you know you can use Bitcoin, BNB, Pundi X, and a number of other digital assets to actually pay for the food that you're going to ingest. So the future is here. The future is now. You know, it's not no movie. Oh, hold on. Let me plug this. We'll have to die off. Podcast started up and then introduce myself, introduce the guests, and then we're gonna get this kicked off. Let me get myself opened up here real quick. Family, before we begin, one last time, can you let me know if the screen is clear and if I can be heard clearly as well? We got a nice crowd today. Brother Jarvis, Brother Maurice, Mr. Campbell, what's going on? Peace, power, and prosperity, family. This is the Mid Chicago Crypto Hustler, Bitcoin Block Buddy, coming to you once again with an early rising show of Coffee and Crypto Financial Fridays. It is June 28th, 2019. What's going on, YouTube world, Facebook world, New Money Matrix podcast listeners? We do have a special guest on the line right now, Mr. D. Duncan, who is the number one first United States representative of the Pundi X XPOS system that is getting these machines shipped worldwide right now. He's got a lot of updated news to bring to the family. Mr. D. Duncan, you want to say hello to the people? Now it's a pleasure to have you on my show and hear you loud and clear. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, my brother. It's a pleasure to have you. You know what I'm saying? The honor is all mine. For those that don't know, me and Mr. Duncan been building for about what, a year now, maybe? Has it been a year? Over a year. Okay, over a year. Over a year. Found through the love of not just cryptocurrency, but specifically Pundi X, MPXS, which is the native token of the Pundi X XPOS company and system. Um, which I mean, if you're not up on Pundi X now, MPXS, and this is not a shield, this is not a push. Let me put this out there now. Short disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot give you financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a tax advisor. I cannot give you tax advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're gonna have about an hour of good shits and giggles with each other. You understand what I mean? We're just kicking the bobos with each other, sitting back as if we was having a beer. That's it. That's all. Brother Park said he will be copping one of those XPOS systems soon, and I actually advise. Well, no, I don't advise. It would be a smart idea to be or have a leg up within this new money matrix, as I like to call it, as far as being able to accept, just integrate specifically with this new form of currency that's not coming, that's already here. You understand what I mean? And just to second that, the first story that we're going to come up with, which, you got to do your background, but, they're saying the Trump administration is in talks with a crypto startup on Israeli and Palestine peace plans. Now, for those that don't understand or know, the treaty that was signed between North and South Korea was actually recorded on the Ethereum blockchain. So not only do we have these new forms of digital assets that we're able to move value along with, we also have a new form of recording history. Whereas, for those that actually study this type of history, it is plain to see that a lot of it has been washed, rinsed, recycled, and then fed back to us in a form that may not be 100% true. Right now, in this day and age, though, for the first time ever, we now have a chance to record history, depending on who records it, though, as it is, and not have it being able to be changed because it's going to be recorded on the blockchain, which is immutable. You understand what I mean? So the abilities of what we have right here is so much greater than just a couple of dollars. Litecoin back up to $180. I hope some of us bought that dip from yesterday. I mean, Ethereum at 277, Bitcoin at what, 10,005 maybe, 10,008. Right now, back up a whole $1,000. Hope somebody caught that. But yeah, the advancement that we're seeing right now with cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is phenomenal. It's definitely the number one way. Much like the baby boomers of the 70s and 80s, the digital assets is going to be the transfer of value for the millennials. What we're seeing right now is the greatest transfer of value ever that we're going to see in our lifetime. You understand what I mean? And it's going from analog to digital, meaning that whereas you once had to hold physical assets in order to have something of value that may appreciate over time, is now being transferred into digital assets that may also be a digital representation of that physical asset at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's a wonderful space that we're in right now, an interesting space. That's why I usually tell people comprehension over compensation, because if you come in trying to get compensated and you don't have the comprehension, you're going to lose your compensation. You understand what I mean? So just comprehend what you're doing out there, family. Let's get into the first story. First and foremost, the Trump administration has tapped Israel crypto startup Orbs to develop blockchain solutions for the region's long-standing political conflict. The disclosure comes this week from a summit convened by the White House in Bahrain to discuss the Israel-Palestine conflict. The New York Times reported Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said investments in the Palestine territory would be like a hot IPO, which is an initial public offering. The White House is aiming to put 50 billion. The White House. The White House is aiming to put 50 billion behind its so-called peace to prosperity. They took my. Oh man. All right, peace to prosperity plan, and it took my damn slogan along with the 50 billion that they just created out of thin air. Now, this is I ain't gonna get into all that, but 50 billion for a corporation that's 22 trillion, 25 trillion in debt. All right. Orbs co-founder Netta Corman told CoinDesk in an email that her team has been working with the U.S. administration and State Department on several projects that were currently in stealth mode. Now I could break down that one article, that one sentence in so many ways. Just know that what we're seeing right now going on. Always remember, there's a public and a private sector. What goes on in the private does not get released to the public until they're ready for the public to know it. So not on no double agent secret, but it is, almost on the same level. Whereas there's a lot of strings that are being pulled, a lot of puppeteers that are controlling certain entities, and what's going on behind the background, we're not privy to until they're ready to tell us. So this is much like the news that I broke over a year ago showing individuals that Illinois was setting to digitize as birth certificates using the blockchain. Now, when you study what a BC is, in a legal aspect or a commercial aspect, it's real interesting that not only are they going to digitize the birth certificates, but they're also digitizing or tokenizing the. Now, if you understand how the United States corporation works and understands that you yourself are the backing of those treasury bonds, your sweat equity, your labor, which is created, or your entity, which is tied to the birth certificate, social security. Now, I'm not going to get too far off in it, but everything is being digitized and tokenized right now, down to individuals, humans, and time. We got time commodities right now. So for us sitting back and thinking that, the days of the old where you can just sit back, watch a game, go to work, come home, play with paper money, and everything's going to be okay, is really disappearing. And we got to take hold of this new matrix that we're entering and understand how to maneuver in this space. Because those that do not take the time out to learn this, you will be stuck living in a stone age. A real interesting movie you may want to go check out is Waterworld with Kevin Costner. I ain't gonna go too far into it, but you're either gonna be inside or outside the bubble in this new money matrix. There is no middle ground anymore, and they're making that real clear here. Corin, who is also co-founder of the nonprofit Hexa Foundation, also pay attention to names, do research, etymology, see where they get some of these names from. So for these corporations and companies they create too, it'll really surprise you. Anyways, Hexa Foundation focused on social impact blockchain projects and added, I was invited to Bahrain to show the immense potential blockchain technology has to solve some of the problems governments are facing in an efficient and transparent manner. Corman says their approach is emblematic of a paradigm shift. It's funny the words these people using now, in dealing with the economic aid to Palestine people. And we've been saying it's a paradigm shift going on for a while. Now they're starting to sprinkle it out there. Like, yeah, this shit is really happening, y'all. Like, a change is going on and people don't know what the hell is going on. Where the default used to be donations, the future will now be based on investments. The solutions that are being sought after will be innovative and game-changing. Game-changing. Changing the game up right in front of your eyes. Stepping back, Corn was one of the few Israelis to join White House advisor Jared Kushner at the Bahrain summit. Now, let me tell you something. Even though we are reading this story right here, right now on CoinDesk, why was this not on MSNBC, CNBC, ABC, Fox News? It may have been, but I didn't hear nothing about the Trump administration talking to a cryptocurrency startup about utilizing the blockchain to quell or try to. It's bullshit if you ask me what they're doing, but didn't hear about none of this in mainstream news. Oh, that's right. It's stealth mode. Never mind. They told us right there. Previously, wait, hold on. Israeli military. American economist Kevin Hassett even floated the idea of using blockchain technology to resolve land title disputes. And the Palestinian, and they're talking about allodial titles, contract, trust, so much in that one little. Anyways, they're going to be using the blockchain technology to resolve land title disputes in the Palestinian territories, which perhaps overlook the fact that such conflicts generally involve the Israeli military. Previously, an anonymous source, quote unquote, with knowledge of Israeli-Palestine diplomatic relations told CoinDesk that blockchain solutions for tracking capital flows in the Palestine territories have been discussed over the past years. In particular, the source said a meeting last October with the U.S. Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, Sigal Mandelker, and several representatives from the Bank of Israel and Israeli finance minister explored such blockchain solutions. There were no Palestinians present at the meeting. Almost like there's almost no. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. The anonymous source said, although the Palestinian Monetary Authority is also reportedly exploring blockchain solutions. So much like there was nobody to represent these Palestinians at this meeting, when we have communities meetings, this is just for any and everybody out there that has, live in quote unquote effed up conditions. And say that it's unfair, the system is unfair. We got to understand and understand when they got these meetings going on. Yeah, we may not hear about it, but we got to search and find out when they're going on because laws are being passed, statutes are being passed. What's the other term they use for what they want to call law? Ordinances are being passed, and we're not having to say so when none of this stuff that's going on. Much like in Chicago, we got the red light district or the stoplight cameras in certain areas, right? And we also got surveillance cameras in certain neighborhoods out here. Specifically Chicago Heights, Ford Heights, Inglewood, the East Side. You understand what I mean? Not knowing if we went out to certain communities, we could vote certain things out of our communities. I mean, they voted the red light cameras out of certain communities around the Cicero area. Number one, because they're unconstitutional. Number two, because it just put there to bring in revenue. It has nothing to do with safety. It has to do with I'm not able to be there to catch you where you might not even have ran a stoplight. Another thing is actually a break of constitutional law where you have the right to due process, right? How can you ask a camera if you actually went over the line or if you stopped there or not? All they got is a snapshot. So number one, I'm gonna leave that stuff alone, but you really need to look into that. You really need to have somebody representing you at any and all meetings. And this right here is one such example of how there was nobody to represent them. So they're probably gonna get put over on this. But anyways, meanwhile, personal ties between the Israeli crypto industry and government bodies continue to deepen. Cohen was previously an advisor to the Israeli Minister of Defense. Generally, Yoav Mordechi. Plus, Cohen's husband is Nadav Shemesh, a former aide to the Israeli Minister of Finance, Director General Shea Badad. This is hardly unique to Israel. For example, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's niece and nephew, Guy and Galai Ben Arzi, are co-founders of the blockchain. Oh my God. Benjamin Netanyahu, come on, man. This shit is a family oriented, man. Y'all not even catching the overlay for the underlay. Anyway, they're co-founders of the blockchain startup Bancor. I didn't know that, Brother Duncan. For those that don't know who the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is, you really need to check out who some of these individuals is. And to know that his niece and nephew are the co-founders of the decentralized exchange Bancor. This, Brother Duncan, we've been using Bancor for a while. This news never came out. This news never came out. Damn. On the surface, it appears not much has changed since the meetings last fall, as the Palestinian Authority boycotted this week's Bahrain summit. And you know what's real interesting about that? I once heard, what was their names? That Trump's son-in-law and another individual were actually two of the individuals that were behind, what was it? I don't want to say Coinbase. It's one of these United States institutions that utilize cryptocurrency, but he was like, man, there, GitHub. Is it GitHub? Either GitHub or Reddit. One man, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna find it out for us, Brother Duncan. But it's real interesting where some of these people are placed within this space. On the surface, it appears not as much has changed since the meetings last fall, as the Palestinian Authority boycotted this week's Bahrain summit. Although Cohen declined to name any specific Palestinian partners or project plans, she said her team is working with the Palestinians on both the design of these projects and the implementation on the ground, boots on the ground. Palestinian tech industry leaders did not respond to CoinDesk request for comments. We will update the article if we hear back. In conclusion, Corin added, blockchain will play a major role in the region going forward. That means it's here. Brother Duncan, commentary, man. What you got to say about this this article?
Central banks now are discussing digital currencies, central bank digital currencies, and so it goes hand in hand, just like a glove. When you see this level of integration going on, you should really pay attention and begin to do exactly what you see is happening, but from a private, as an individual, but from a private level, and secure your family, secure your generations with this digital asset class.
Facts. Y'all hear that? To secure generational wealth by not passing down. They say Brother Duncan is not coming through clearly. Can anybody else not hear Brother Duncan clearly? Let me know if anybody else can not hear Brother Duncan clearly. They said they can hear earlier. Let me know if anybody else can not hear Brother Duncan clearly. But him speaking on passing down digital assets as a form of generational wealth is, I've been saying this for almost 2 years now, that this is the time. Not to, especially for newborns, I mean, you can open them up a savings account, a CD, and all that stuff, but you should be really, 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 really creating. You should really be creating digital wallets for any new life coming into this world right now. You should be creating digital wallets, not so much. I mean, every system has to be reborn and evolve. You understand what I mean? So the current monetary system, banking system, as we know it and as we have it right now, it's not going to be the same as it was. You know, I mean, it's not the same as it was 10 years ago. It's so much changed just from 2008 period up until now. It's so much has changed. You understand what I mean? So just moving along in this space and seeing the moves that are being made by some of these world governments. Man, y'all. We can't be sleep on this. We can't be sleep on this. Um, Let me see. Go ahead and speak up again, brother Duncan. Let me go ahead and give him another mic check. Let me see if we can catch him on YouTube. Let me see. Let me check on you. Because it's. Let me see. You are good. You are good. For anyone that's listening in on Facebook and YouTube, were you able to hear Brother Duncan as he was speaking? Were you able to hear Brother Duncan as he was speaking, or is it hard? Is it that hard on Facebook also? Because I had some individuals on YouTube saying they could hear you, then some saying they couldn't. Let me see. He gave a mic check real quick. Let me know if he was able to be heard. Let me also check my audio real quick. Let me see what the audio. Let me see if I got it on. Let's see. Can't hear. He's not clear. Oh man, let's get it.
Okay, let me try. Okay. How about this now? Is this better?
Let me know. Is this better? Is this better for anybody? And I'll also open my input up to multiple voices. That may have been. I had it on only my voice. I just opened it up to multiple voices. Okay, let me know if you can hear him clearly now. I've opened up other other waves. Let me know if you can hear him now.
Testing 1 2. Can everybody hear me okay?
Please let me know if y'all can hear him before we proceed.
Yes.
Because when you brought it up, I could hear it clearly over there. Brother Park says yes. Someone else says not clearly. I guess it's kind of divided. What we'll do is we'll continue on. This is also being recorded on the New Money Matrix podcast. So if you're not able to hear it clearly by way of the YouTube or Facebook video, you can always go check this back out on the podcast side. Let me see. We got some more comments. Let's see. Okay, they said better. That's cool. They said it's better.
Okay, great.
So let's see. Stepping off into the next story. Let's stop off and see what Bitcoin's doing. Okay, 17 up 11,700 still. Let me add back our TA. There we go. Open that up. 4 hours. Let's take a look real quick also and see what the futures are doing. Let's see. Did I add the futures here? Thought I did. Let me get these futures put in real quick. I thought I did have them. There we go. 12, still above 12,000. 12,100 right now on the future side. 12,100 right now on the future side. So still above 12,000 with the future. So as long as the futures continue to rally, we can see spot price following that. So we'll keep a mind on it. Now let's see what brother Mike Novogratz has to say. Mr. Mike Novogratz. Bitcoin will stabilize between 10,000 and 1,400. I mean, that's a damn good stabilization if you ask me. Brother Duncan, any complaints over there?
No, I ain't complaining.
I'm not
complaining, man. You know, we were here 2017 when that thing just took off. You know what I'm saying? And then the CME and CBOE all came in. Chicago Board Options Exchange and the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They came in middle December and slammed Bitcoin down to almost $3,200 when we were there.
Man,
you know. So my concern back then in 2017 was, especially when it got over into like October, there was really no pullbacks. So I'm really happy to see some healthy pullbacks on this run. You know what I mean?
All right, there you go. Pullback. This is what individuals don't understand, that really don't understand trading financial instruments, that you have to sell off. There's nothing that's just gonna go straight to the sky and just everyone gets rich. Like who you sell it to? There has to be somebody on the other side. So things need pullbacks. They need healthy corrections in order for them to continue their rally. When there's no pullback, you're leaving a lot of room. There's no support levels. You're leaving a lot. Like this pullback that we're having right now, this is going to turn into a support level later on. You understand what I mean? So when Bitcoin shoots to, what was we went to about 14,000 and bounced back. When Bitcoin shoots up to 25,000, they can use that 14,000 as a support. And yes, I'm saying it now. When Bitcoin shoots to 25,000, because it will be 25,000 and beyond. Like, I hope we're not stuck on the whole thing of Bitcoin can't look. When have you ever seen an asset start from below $1, kill the dollar, kill all other foreign currencies, kill every single spot metal that there is out there? I mean, I can remember the stories that came out when it first hit the same price and exceeded the price of gold. You understand what I mean? This thing this thing just went from 3,000. I mean, I don't know any other assets that's out there doing what Bitcoin is doing right now. You know, if there are, please enlighten me. But to this magnitude, there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. And like I say, people are sitting back like bumps on the log and not paying attention to what is going on. Not only is the transfer of wealth changing up, the monetary system as we use it is changing up. So you got to understand how to integrate with this new system, because you will be stuck and lost, not understanding what to do when posed with certain options as a payment method. And the deals, I mean, I could show you a number of deals that you get. Not only deals, but the amount of integration. This is another thing people are sleep on right now, Brother Duncan. You know how many ways there is to earn Bitcoin for free just by doing the same daily things you do all the time, be it shopping, watching videos, or whatever the case may be. In fact, for those watching right now, let's real quick. For those that want to, you can actually watch the bully, right? You can actually watch the bully and earn Bitcoin right now. Let's see if I can find the bully's video. Where is he at? Let's see. Let's go to videos. Let me show the people something real quick. In fact, let me log in first. Let me go to my BitTube. Let's get logged in on BitTube. For those that don't know, in fact, I'm not gonna go through all that, but you can earn Bitcoin from watching videos. You can earn Bitcoin just from shopping on your favorite sites, be it Banana Republic, Nordstrom's, I believe, Groupon, Foot Action, Foot Locker. There's so many possibilities in this space right now. You can shop on Amazon and get just real quick. Let's check out Purse. Let's check out, where's that Lightning at? Local Lightning, if you want to buy pizza. Let's check out, just as a show of what's going on in this space. And I know people don't have no idea that it's going on. Let's take a look at purse.io. You're able to shop and earn BTC here. Now they got the extension for purse.io. Check that out. Now they got the extension. Now they have the Chrome extension. Look at this. These purchases that you get are at a markdown price from what they are on Amazon. And we've checked this multiple times, 2, 3, 4, 5 times live on this show. These are the actual prices on Amazon, though these are the prices that you pay using what? Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. You understand what I mean? These are the markdowns that you get for utilizing digital currency versus using the fiat, the sovereign individual. Ain't that some shit? Hey, it's signs and symbols, family. There are signs. Wait, hold on. Look at these books. The Rise and Fall of the American Growth. Keeping it. Hey, signs and symbols are everywhere. I hope y'all picking up these 21 lessons for the 21st century. And we've been live we just crossed over 21 minutes. I don't think they catching them nuggets right there, man. So we're talking about sovereign private currency that's to be used by sovereign individuals. You're getting your 21 lessons. We're talking about the rise and fall. Hey, yeah, signs and symbols be everywhere if you could really open up your eyes to see them. But yeah, and I'm probably gonna grab this book. I like that. Mastering the Transition to the Information Age. What? Look at the nuggets the uni gives us, Brother Duncan. Let me see this. And not to get sidetracked or anything, family, but I'm an avid reader and I love signs and symbols whenever they may come. Um, this right here being on purse.io, being I could buy it with Bitcoin at a markdown price. Save even more with the name your discount. Set your rate at checkout so I can save even more. If I don't want to pay 1804, I can see if somebody can copy for me for 17 bucks. Moving right along from that, and I'm going to bookmark that because I'm going to come back and get this book. Come back and grab him. We got local lightning, which you're able to utilize for buying. In fact, where's mine? Where's my name at? And this is for those that have the sovereign ID already, Blockstack ID, who I put out there a while ago. For anybody that's on my Bit Patreon page, you already have a Blockstack ID. This is the new form of identification. I'm telling you that now. You got Germany, India, Hong Kong in the house, Australia, the US. Where's the Bitcoin block bully? I know I'm on this list somewhere. But, but let's see, where is it at? Domino's Pizza. Here we go. Where is that page at? Where is that page at? What I'm looking for is the actual site that you use to buy the Bitcoin with. I mean, to buy the pizza with. Just to show individuals the many use cases, because that's one of the questions that I get asked a lot, Brother Duncan. You can't use it. You can't do anything with it. Nobody accepts Bitcoin. And it's like, what? Like, where have you been at? Here we go.
Got some news around that today, brother.
Oh, do we? Okay, no doubt. Lightning fast delivery. Order Domino's Pizza over the Lightning Network from anywhere in the U.S. Anywhere in the United States, right? And you get what? 5% off of all purchases. Are we starting to see a pattern here? Whereas if you use cryptocurrencies, you're getting a certain amount of percentage off of that which you buy. Are we starting to catch that? Now we come over here to BCD Bazaar, and Bitcoin diamonds are down to $1.15. I'm gonna tell you the real slick thing about using BCD Bazaar, whereas they're looking at the price. No, not the price. They want BCDs. That's all they want. The price is, projective of whatever it's trading at right now. So for anyone that took the call at about 79 to 89 cents on BCD, right now you can buy a number of products on here at a discounted rate only based off the fact that you bought BCDs when it was low. So right now, BCDs at $1.15. If you buy anything on here or looking to buy anything on here, BCDs start trading at $1 or $2.30. That which you bought on this date, you can now pay half off. You get what I'm saying, Brother Duncan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mean. Unlike the American dollar. Go ahead, Brother Duncan.
I think this was early 2000s, coming out of like 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. The same thing happened with debit cards, debit and credit cards. If you didn't use cash and you used your debit or credit card, major companies were giving you discounts on items, on goods or products or services if you used your debit or credit card. Most people, I don't think most people remember that. It was a while ago.
Right. So what we're seeing is a revamp of the same game being played with the new system. So that, I mean, in my opinion, it lets you know what's really going on in this space.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Somebody asked, well, 5 million. Oh, you ain't gonna ask them that shit. 5 million, yeah, you decent. Somebody asked, is 5 million Pundi X enough for the HODL long term? We can't give financial advice on this page, but I mean, I would say that one. I don't know what to say, Brother Duncan, but hey, 5 million is a nice number of Pundi X tokens to have, especially at the price that it's at. Me and Brother Duncan was talking last night. A lot of people don't remember when Bitcoin, no, not Bitcoin, but when Pundi X was 1 penny. A lot of people do not remember when Pundi X was 1 penny. I remember because I was buying it at the penny. I remember buying it at a half a penny and it's shooting to a penny and a half and getting over 100% returns off of Pundi X when I first bought it. Within the first 3 days I bought it, got 100% return, 102% return, in fact. You know what I mean? So Pundi X is definitely one of my long-term holds. And mark my words, Pundi X will, let me not put that out there on record, but Pundi X has the ability to change your life on a financial level and an economic level in a huge way over the next couple of years.
Yes.
The ability, I will say that. You got to be real careful with the wordplay that we use nowadays.
You got to be nice with the wordplay these days, man. Yes, sir.
But let's move right along, man. Let's get right back into the story, man. I think I've lollygagged enough time on just trying to show them the many advantages that we have within the crypto space. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. So you got Bitcoin Diamonds you can spend. You can get pizza, and you can shop wherever you want. I'm coming to get this sovereign book. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Mike, we didn't even get into the story, but do we want to read it? Let's see. It's a short read. Let's go ahead and see what old Mike got to say. So, story brought to you by Cointelegraph. Mike Novogratz. Bitcoin will stabilize between 10,000 and 14,000, meaning you have a trading range of $4,000. Meaning, let's see what type of let's see real quick. Let's see what percentages we got here and what we can play with over here. If that is going to be the new trading range. Hold on, there we go. Right now, Bitcoin at 11,600. Let's put this on a 2-hour chart. Let's shrink this down. Hold on. I think I see it too. Hold on. I think I see it, to be honest with you. Where's that parallel? So if we make, right? Okay, so check this out. If we make this the bottom, right? This is our bottom. This is our top. That makes sense, does it not? Our top coming in right above the 50% retracement line and then leading up on an angle up into the 23.6 retracement. So this right here could be your this is going to be the dividing line. Watch what I tell you. I'm going to leave this here. Now, leading this up, if we can form some back and forth action up in here, that would form what, Brother Duncan? A ascending triangle, which could be a reversal pattern, which could be a reversal to this downhill and could break nicely to the upside, come back and retest that 14,000, 13,009. We're going to leave this here. Real interesting about that little trading range right there. Real interesting. What's our bottom, though? We got 10,500. That's decent. That's decent. We'll leave that there. Let's see what they got to say in the article, though. Galaxy Digital founder and crypto enthusiast Mike Novogratz has predicted that Bitcoin's price will stabilize between 10,000 and 14,000 in an interview with CNBC on June 27th. Before I even go forward, when you're individuals like this that have quote unquote millions and billions, I don't want to say billions, but millions of dollars in the cryptocurrency space.
No, you said it right. Billions.
Right. It's easy for you to get all your buddies and be like, look, let's stabilize Bitcoin between 10,000 and 14,000. I mean, shit, we control it anyways. Oh, that's a joke, y'all. That's a joke. Anyway, delivering his comments on CNBC's Squawk Box show, Novogratz forecasts that the leading digital currency will consolidate in the corridor between 10,000 and 14,000. Referring to Facebook's entry into crypto with Libra, Novogratz said, one of the largest companies in the world said, we believe in cryptocurrencies. I'm going to say what he said again. One of the largest companies in the world. While people are sitting back talking about it's a scam, it's illegal, you can't touch it, it's not worth anything. And I'm going to also tell y'all this also. When we speak of Libra, right? And we speak of any currency that any entity ups and creates, what is going to be the one means of exchange for that currency, Brother Duncan?
What's the one means?
What's going to be the one for sure means that you're going to be able to buy any digital currency with?
Either a wallet or US dollar.
No, but specifically, what digital currency is going to be the main medium of exchange for any other digital currency out there?
Bitcoin.
Exactly. So if I create a coin out of thin air and tell you that you're going to use this for this, but you can give me your Bitcoin in order to use this coin that I just created out of thin air, then you're doing what? Giving me what?
It's the same system all over.
Man, hey, look, it's just like, hey, give me your gold and we'll give you paper money to go operate with. Whole time we got the gold, you got the paper money. So yeah, it's
1971 all over.
Man, all over again, bro, and people not catching it. Like, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg came out with this new currency, but you're gonna give him your Bitcoin for the new currency. So what does Mark Zuckerberg really want? Just a thought. I may be off. It's just a thought, family. These are just opinions. These are in no way, shape, or form the views and opinions of Facebook, YouTube, or Anchor, or Spotify, or iTunes, or Brother Duncan. This is completely the bully's thoughts. Moving right along, Novogratz comments follow Bitcoin's price fall by 14,000. No, 14. Wait, what? Oh, by 1,400 yesterday, June 26th. Bitcoin lost the figure within minutes after a crash of United States-based currency trading platform Coinbase. That's another thing I forgot to talk about. The crash. The crash that happened on Coinbase. Now, people often wonder why I speak out against Coinbase and say I don't want to use Coinbase. I don't advise people to use Coinbase. Number one, Coinbase is not your wallet. You do not hold the private keys to Coinbase. So with that being said, they can stop, lock, halt, hold your currency in any way, anytime they want to. I mean, I've never had the Trust Wallet crash on me. I've never had the Trust Wallet say you can't send this because the amount is too much. I've never had the Trust Wallet say anything other than, do you want to send this transaction? Yes or no? So, and
so let me dive into that Coinbase situation really quick.
Go ahead, my brother, speak on it.
What you have with Coinbase is it's similar to when if you're trading in forex, there are circuit breakers. They call them circuit breakers in forex. Like if a pair goes parabolic in one direction or another too quickly, they shut the system. They lock the system out, and then they stabilize the price. Coinbase has that same feature. When Bitcoin goes to a parabolic move, it freezes all trading activity, maybe for an hour, 3 hours, however long, to stabilize the price. During that time, you cannot issue or send a request for withdrawals during that time at all.
And that's a defense against market manipulation. Am I correct?
That's market manipulation. Yeah.
That's what they're setting it up for. So you can't, quote unquote, manipulate the market.
Right.
No, go ahead, Brother Duncan. I was just letting them know that's why those systems are in play, because it stops from any type of, I mean, it's all market manipulation at the end of the day. But they have those set up for the investor, quote unquote, for the investors. Yeah, right. It's for your protection so that you don't get dumped on quick, or you might have already got dumped on and they don't want it to get dumped anymore. You understand what I mean? It would have been nice to have that in play when Coinbase, quote unquote, manipulated the price of Bitcoin Cash over a year ago, but we'll leave that to another. That shit wouldn't have played in, was it? Oh man, it's funny when they put these things in play, man, when they get ready to play with them. But yeah. What else they talking about? And it's funny that's what they're saying, the crash, because it says Bitcoin loss figures within minutes after a crash. The crash came on the heels of yesterday's rally in which so that means this is what happened, family. This is what happened. Bitcoin hit 14,000 and Coinbase said, no, sir. Cut down everything, and that caused the whole domino effect. So now, was this a correction, or was this market manipulation due to Coinbase shutting down their wallets?
Come on now. You're talking about one of the largest platforms, well, the largest platform in the United States.
Novogratz also commented on Facebook's forthcoming. Wait, no, it says the crash came on the heels of yesterday's rally in which Bitcoin surpassed both 12,000 and 13,000. It probably would have kept going to 15,000 had Coinbase not pulled the move that they pulled. And if you go look at the charts, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you look at the Bitstamp, Binance, Bitfinex, and the Coinbase chart, that Coinbase chart is always off a little bit, man. It's always off. The rest of them would be bullish, it'd be bearish. You understand what I mean? It's always off a little bit. So pay attention to that. Novogratz also commented on Facebook's forthcoming stablecoin Libra, saying that the Libra Association will have 100 votes, so it will be distributed. Maybe not decentralized. They plan on decentralizing over time, Novogratz further added. What is tricky is the Facebook wallet, which is where they will make their money. It will probably be a large part of commerce that is done on that blockchain. Everything is commercial. We live in a commercial world. All crime is commercial. All law is commercial. Everything is based off merchant statute. You got to understand and understand that to understand this new money matrix that we're heading into right now. On May 31st, Novogratz stated that on a go-forward basis, Bitcoin probably consolidates somewhere between 7,000 and 10,000, and added, if I'm wrong on that, I think I'm wrong to the upside. that there's enough excitement and momentum that it could carry through. Now, remember, this was May 31st when he said between 7,000 and 10,000. But if I'm wrong, we're blasting off. Pay attention to what some of these people say. Don't eat it full. Take a bite, see how it tastes. If it seems like something you can ingest, go ahead and rock with it. You understand what I mean? It goes on to say this week, many commentators argued that Bitcoin's price surge was due to Facebook's announcement of Libra. However, and this is one thing you got to stay away from. Everybody's saying that this happened because of one reason. Bitcoin is a worldwide global currency. Worldwide and global. So there's no one thing that ever happens that, you know what I mean, that is just the end all be all tell all. That's bullcrap. Now, can this be added on to other factors that led to certain situations? Yes. But is it the one main? No. However, Bitcoin was already trading above nine, like they're saying, it was already trading above 9,000 when Facebook formally unveiled its Libra cryptocurrency protocol. Craig Elarm, a senior market analyst at the financial trading firm Oanda, stated, Bitcoin has slowly, by its own standards, been rising in recent months, but the launch of Facebook's Libra has clearly been a catalyst for the recent surge. Other sources, meanwhile, agreed about Facebook's limited role, but lacked faith in Bitcoin itself. Bloomberg calling current enthusiasm the return of speculative dreams, while they go and buy it all up. You are the dreamer while I'm the investor. Real interesting story. Some real interesting stories for Financial Fridays, if I do say so myself. Very interesting stories. Now, getting into one of the most interesting stories that I'm seeing coming across. Zimbabwe outlaws the use of the United States dollar and other foreign currencies. Once again, I'm gonna say that again for everybody that's got a stack up under their pack, mattress, pillow, whatever the case may be. When you think about traveling the world, always understand that you have a financial instrument that is only governed by the jurisdiction in which it was created and may not be allowed in other jurisdictions. Understand that what you have is not the end all tell all, though understand that Bitcoin is worldwide, but your dollar isn't. Zimbabwe outlaws use of the US dollar and other foreign currencies. More seen as bid to support fledgling new currency that's been roiled by black market speculation. Let's see what they're talking about. In Harare, Zimbabwe, in a bid to defend its fledgling new currency against black market speculation, Zimbabwe's finance minister, Mthuli Ncube, on Monday outlawed, I may have slaughtered that name, I apologize if I did, on Monday outlawed the use of the United States dollar and a host of other foreign currencies in local transactions. In 2009, Zimbabwe allowed the U.S. dollar and other foreign currencies to be used as legal tender in the country after hyperinflation decimated the value of the Zimbabwe dollar. I'm gonna let that sit on y'all ears for hyperinflation, meaning the value of the dollar went to dust, dirt. You might as well go ahead, brother Duncan.
Can I add a little something to this?
Definitely, go ahead, my brother.
I was contacted by someone on ground in Zimbabwe.
Speak up a little bit. Speak up a little. I want them to hear this.
I was contacted by someone that I know in Zimbabwe, which I hadn't talked to in a few months, but he reached out to me, and these were his words, not mine. It says, "I have to say, since the last time we spoke, things have turned for the worse. Zimbabwe's fiat currency is collapsing, but the government enacting laws that force to surrender their hard-earned foreign currency to the central bank. The exchange rate used is way below the market rates. There is panic across the country. On Monday, the use of foreign currency in domestic transactions was outlawed." That's what's happening on ground in Zimbabwe right now.
Did we hear that? Were y'all able? Let me know. Was everyone able to hear what Brother Duncan just shared with the family? Let me know if y'all was able to hear what Brother Duncan just shared with the family. Because that right there was a mouthful, an earful. Like, and we need to know these type of things that are going on with, our quote unquote money. Understand this. Understand this if you don't understand anything else. That dollar is not yours. It is not yours. Just like the social security number is not yours. They are owned by somebody else. You are the beneficiary, meaning you can benefit from the use of, but not actually own yourself. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, when you really get into what's going on, man, it gets deep. It gets kind of scary when you get to understand this stuff, but then you get over that. It goes on to say earlier this year to pave the way towards ending so-called dollarization. Damn. The country laid the foundations for a new Zimbabwean dollar by introducing an interim currency, the real-time gross settlement dollar, or ZOLLAR. And it's all imaginary. But since its launch in February, the real-time gross settlement dollar has struggled amid black market speculation that has seen its value slide sharply against the U.S. dollar. Monday's government decree values the RTGS at par with the Zimbabwean dollar and mandates, you just said all this, it be used as the country's sole legal tender for local transactions with immediate effect. So imagine you sitting on over $1 million, and then up the next day the government says, "Up, can't use that shit anymore. We got this new paper. You come get this, but you can't spend that anywhere."
Right.
Just imagine the British pound, the United States dollar, the South African rand, the Botswana pula, and any other foreign, I probably slaughtered that, any other foreign currency whatsoever shall no longer be legal tender alongside the Zimbabwean dollar in any transactions in Zimbabwe, read the decree. Do you see how they control what you call money?
Clearly.
Like, man, that's scary. Let me not use those words. This is eye-opening. Some believe the measure will not arrest the decline of the RTGS. I think it's a ridiculous measure, said Eddie Cross, an economist and founding member of the Movement for Democratic Change, the main opposition party in Zimbabwe. The exchange rate will run, and this is completely out of sync. For heaven's sake, this is economic sabotage. I hope people will not go on the street tomorrow. This is just catastrophe. Independent economist Victor Barama said business with debts denominated in foreign currencies could see the cost of servicing those obligations soar. Debts denominated in foreign currency. All foreign currency is a form of debt. It means that all debts contracted in USD are now payable in the local currency. All products and services that were being indexed in USD, i.e., insurance and property, since it was legal tender, will now be indexed in local Zimbabwean. Man, that's a when we talk about a global reset, brother Duncan, this right here, you're seeing it in real time.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in real time. All that conspiracy, all that global reset. It sounds stupid, man. You're seeing that shit in real time right now.
Real time. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. We ain't even got to go any more deeper into this. You know, just be mindful, family. Pay attention to what's going on in the space. Let's run over here and take a look at these coins now. Brother Duncan, what's going on? What new news do you have to share with the family today? We got about 10 minutes left on New Money Matrix podcast. Let me bring up Live Coin Watch. Let's look at the top 20 real quick while Brother Duncan fills us in on the new and improved, well, new and updated news, not just in the Pundi X, but in the crypto space, period. Brother Duncan, what you got to share with us?
Well, I wanted to bring to the family a major breaking news that just happened about an hour ago with the XPOS ecosystem. It is now being worked on for interoperability, meaning that the XPOS will accept other wallets like Treasure, Ledger, Trust Wallet, and accept payment from those interfaces, which opens up the entire crypto space to be able to utilize our platform. And that, I think that was the one of two things that needed to happen to bring in some massive volume and waves to the space. And that was just announced about an hour and a half ago.
Say that. So for those that may not understand the terminology that was used, break that down in layman's term. What they're able to do with, what is a ledger? Break that down in layman's term, brother Duncan, if you can.
Yes. So basically, before today, the only way that you could use Bitcoin or Ethereum was to have our ecosystem, meaning you have to download the X wallet and use the X wallet to pay for your products and services, or use the X Pass card, which is a digital physical wallet that looks like a debit card that holds digital assets. Those are the only two items that you can use with the X Pass that will work. What happened today with today's announcement? Now you have other third-party wallets that will work along with the XPOS, so that anybody that's in cryptocurrency, you're not restricted to having to use the X wallet anymore to do transactions on the XPOS. Anybody with a crypto wallet, I'm sure it's going to be limited at first to to the main ones like Treasure, which is a hard storage wallet, or Ledger, same thing, or even Trust Wallet. You'll be able to use all of those different wallets and pay with crypto at the point of sale.
Family, y'all, hey, they going crazy over there on YouTube. They know, they heard you. They heard you over there on the YouTube side. They definitely hear you. Brother Duncan, I will be inviting Brother Duncan to Chicago soon, back to Chicago, as it will be his second time returning, correct?
Yes.
Definitely. I was able to actually have the pleasure of meeting Brother Duncan his first trip to Chicago for a cryptocurrency event they held on the southern outskirts of the city. Definitely a pleasure to meet my brother, Mr. Aquarius Maximus, and as well as the rest of his team. And can't wait for the next meetup that we will be having very, very, very soon. You know, it's hey, it's a lot right now that's cooking in the pot, family, that I'm not available to share as of right now, but just know that, man, there's a lot going on that's going to benefit the whole, you know what I mean, the unit, the squad, the community, which is what I've always been for, not so much self. I mean, if I was for self, I wouldn't even be doing these shows. I wouldn't have a YouTube, none of that. I could literally sit back and trade all day on my own. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, none of this aids me in trading or really creating that revenue. You understand what I mean? All this is done for free. None of this gets paid for. So this is really, really, really for me to try to get the communities, the people integrated within this new money system.
Right.
Hold on, what just happened? Don't tell me. Hold on, Brother Duncan. Don't tell me the podcast just cut off in the middle of our viewing. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Man, I hope that didn't just get taken. Let me see. We was man, I hope this thing didn't just get erased. We was right there at like 58 minutes.
Let's hope not.
Man, even though we got the video, even though we do have the video, I want this recording. What's going on here now? Let me figure this out. If you want talk to the people real quick, Brother Duncan, let me figure this out real quick. Anything else you want to share with the family?
I just wanted to say to your audience and to everyone in crypto, we really have one of the best minds, I would say, in crypto, in Brother Amir Hadari, and we really appreciate you, man, for everything that you brought to this space to be able to arrange classes, private teachings and consultations for people to have a greater understanding of how to maneuver in this space. Your step-by-step process of making sure no one is left behind with terminology, with language, because we toss these words around in crypto like everybody knows what interoperability is, and just that one word, people like, huh, what, but it takes people like you that slows down long enough and explains what those types of words mean, so that the common person will grasp and understand what is going on in the space. And you've definitely been consistent. I love working with people that are consistent, and your passion for educating the people on decentralized finance, especially our people, is definitely something that's needed. The knowledge definitely is needed here, because this is one way, along with crypto, that we could literally level up in a very condensed amount of time, versus any other way, which when you use traditional assets such as real estate or stocks or bonds or mutual funds or even physical metals. So we appreciate you, man, for everything that you've brought into the space, and I know that it's only going up from here for you.
Thank you, my brother. I definitely appreciate those wise words, those kind words. It's been an honor to serve the people over these last 2 years. Really been an honor to serve the people, man. I hope the time that I've been here has served well. I hope people got a lot out of the information I've shared, the videos I've done, the podcast, the lives, the bills, the meetings. All the people I've met within this space have been beautiful. I'm talking about lovely. I've never met people like this in my life, as far as the camaraderie, the love, the genuine passion that we all got for not this space but each other. Man, ain't nothing like this new money matrix space and the people I've met here. You know what I'm saying? It's really too many to even name. Anybody that's within earshot right now listening and will be listening, man. I love the fact that I met you in this space, and I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna see everybody on the island. I'm gonna see everybody on the island.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what happened to this podcast. I got to figure out. Hold on. Let me go back in here now. I hope this thing. Okay, let me see. Save. Oh man, it saved it for me. Man, hey, let me. Man, I was like,
it's a good Friday, brother. It's a good Friday.
Man, it cut off somewhere in the middle of you speaking, but at least it got it. So let me go ahead and save this real quick, family. Any questions or comments in closing, man, from anybody out there viewing? Real quick, we're gonna look through the top 20 coins, so I'm not just gonna leave it all out. We're gonna take a look at the prices. Let's take a look at these. What's our projections? It's Friday. Traditional market's closing. Bitcoin above 10,000. What you think, brother Duncan? What do you think the weekend has cryptocurrency? Consolidation, bear, or bull?
Well, if it was anything like this past weekend, it's about to get real interesting.
Hey, in the weekends, I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to what weekends have been giving us lately. The weekend's been something real nice. Something real nice when them traditional markets close up. Man, I mean, we already up to 11.7. Let's do real quick. And look, circulating supply. 132 billion market.
All I was in closing is family, keep your eyes on China and Bitcoin.
Do you want to elaborate? Leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll keep eyes on China. I heard what he said. Keep eyes on China. I heard what he said. I'm setting people up with trust wallets and introducing them to the concept of DeFi. Perfect. Family, anytime, if anybody wants to support the Bitcoin bully, you can do so through use of cryptocurrency. Just reach out to me. Inbox, DM, mail. Also, the Cash App, Rock. That's Cash App, ALAMIRA. For anybody that deems this information that will bring valuable, use the Cash App at ALAMIRA. Brother Duncan, I don't want to share of tag or donation type of apparatus you may have with the family, just in case. If not, you already know I bread my people.
I appreciate it. It's $sign D Duncan on Cash App.
$sign D Duncan. $D. That's DEEDUN on Cash App. Family, with that being said, hold on. I can't. Let's see. Right now, we got 32 billion, 6,300,880 market. Volume of 17,200 $800. Oh my God, 2.76 cents back. You say big bang is back. Coming in a number big hang coin trading at $103, 6% last 20 in the last hour. 2 Ethereum and 3 down 1 in the last 1.5 in the last hour. Coming trading at down 3.6 within 0.9% in the last hour. Coming in the 4, you got trading at $423 down 0.5% within. Number 5, Bitcoin traded $100.90 down percent within the 24, 7% within the last hour. EOS percent 92 and down percent within the last 4